Out and get this balloon untangled, be able to open up the interstate again.
Yeah, we are here on I-64 East, right in the middle of the lanes. It's been shut down for about an hour. Any idea how long this could take and when they will reopen the lanes?
Well, I don't know how difficult it's going to be to get the basket untangled and get that out of here. The balloon truck, the team truck is here to take care of that. So I wouldn't think too long as these folks are okay. That's the main thing right now.
Sergeant Carl Yates, Louisville Police, assisting Jefferson County Police. This is actually just barely in the county. Again, we are on I-64. We want to throw it back to you, Karen, because some of the passengers are coming down when we want to get some of the shots and see if we can get any reaction from the pilot. So that is the situation about 9:20 here on I-64 East near the Watterson Expressway. Back to you.
Okay, Craig, very quickly, weather did play a factor in this morning?
Apparently, according to witnesses, there was some thunder and some winds, and the pilot, Mike Kirk, apparently was trying to steer himself clear of some high winds, got close to the electrical wires. I talked to a trucker a minute ago. He was coming over the overpass of Watterson, coming this way, I-64 East. He saw what he thought was a huge billboard hit some power lines, and then he saw sparks fly. And as a witness said a minute ago, it's a miracle the three people, including a local radio announcer, John Ramsey, and the pilot, Mike Kirk, and the other person who we don't know. It's amazing and lucky that they very much are alive this morning.
Okay, Craig Hoffman reporting live. And again, that accident was at the St. Regis Park area on Aintree Way, which is near I-64 and the Watterson. 3 of the people aboard that balloon are being taken down right now. Very lucky to be alive. We'll have a full report today on WAVE-TV News Midday.
From WRKA radio here in town, Mike Kirk is the pilot, a very seasoned pilot, and he is okay. We have Fred North with us from the radio station WRKA. And let me ask you something. Your program director there, and John Ramsey was up there. He's down to the ground. What was going through your all's minds and thoughts here? Obviously, he's been around with you for a while.
Yeah, we were scared to death. We got the first report of it from them. Said, we're having a problem. We're going to land. We didn't know where.
And this was live on the air on the radio?
No, they did that off the air. And then we got a report from our air traffic reporter who said that the balloon is in the wires. And we were scared to death. We didn't hear anything for a long time. We couldn't find out information. We couldn't get in here because of the traffic. So we were just scared to death. We talked to John's wife right away. Obviously, she was very scared. And then John called us from the gondola upside down. He called us on his mobile phone up there.
He was in this balloon basket behind you. He called you from a mobile phone?
He called the radio station and said, put me on the air. So we were just quite happy to hear from him. He told us he was banged up, but was okay, and they were just anxious to get off the wires.
What did he say happened? They were coming over the St. Regis Park area to land in a field, I believe, on the other side of the interstate. Was it wind? Was it lightning? Does he know?
I don't know that. You'll probably have to talk to the pilot about that. I know that they came down pretty quick, and the wires probably broke their fall.
And he is okay, roughed up a little bit. Someone we're told had maybe some slight burns. Was he burned in any small way?
He didn't say anything about any major burns. He said his back was sore. He thought he might have a cut, but he wasn't sure. There was some blood on him, but somebody else was cut too, so he didn't know where it was coming from. But we were just delighted that he called us, and very surprised that he called us.
Upside down in the gondola.
Yeah, upside down in the gondola.
Fred Moore, thank you very much for being with us this morning. Program director at the radio station, the RKA, where John Ramsey, who is an announcer, a personality, was up in the balloon when it came across St. Regis Park, was going to land in a field on the other side of the interstate and rested in those high tension lines up there. Again, this happened about a little bit before 8:15 this morning, according to a trucker I talked to. He saw a giant billboard come out of the sky, or at least what he thought was a giant billboard. It ended up being the Early Times balloon, which is flown throughout the Louisville area during the festival and other times. The pilot was Mike Kirk. I talked to a witness, a friend of his, who serves as supervisor here on the construction site, Tom Roberts. He thought all the people inside the balloon, including his good friend, might die. When he saw the basket and gondola hit the power lines, he was here just a few minutes ago and said he is very thankful his friend is alive. Again, for the past hour and a half, Karen, the Interstate 64 East has been closed. They've backed up some trucks and sent them the other way. And it looks like it's going to be shut down here for at least another 15 or 20 minutes, maybe another hour as they get things in order here. But again, 3 people very lucky to be alive. I'm sure John Ramsey, knowing him, he'll probably talk about his experience as far as the pilot. He is a seasoned pilot, Mike Kirk. We hope to get some comment from him, hopefully during the day. Obviously quite shaken up. Girlfriends and wives and close friends are here. They are relieved too this morning in this what could have been a fatal tragedy ended up being a very lucky situation for the 3 people, as you see, who were inside that gondola basket hanging upside down in the Early Times balloon on I-64, just inside in Jefferson County near Louisville in the St. Regis Park area. Karen, back to you.
Craig, I understand that weather did play a factor in this morning's accident. Why did the pilot take off if the weather conditions were less than favorable to begin with?
Well, obviously, if you have any experience in a balloon, you get up quite earlier than this, and this looked like one of those storms this morning. I am not a meteorologist. Of course, John Belsker or Tom Wills might be able to tell us about 8:15 exactly the conditions, but it looked like they took off from the south area and were coming east, and it did not look that bad this morning early on when I was out and about. Sometimes these quick thunder showers just sort of hit and then move on. There's rain right now, but I haven't heard thunder since about 8:15, 8 o'clock this morning. So it could have been just one of those quick things, and it took them by surprise. And according to one of the witnesses who knows the pilot, it apparently took them by surprise. They tried to get down in the field, and they ended up in the wires up above here. And again, all three people are safe, roughed up a little bit, but they are safe and alive.
Craig Hoffman reporting live. And there you have it. The three people that were in the hot air balloon have been taken to area hospitals for evaluation, but all are said to be doing fine. That does it for our live report. We'll have a complete report on midday.